out of the whole task to discover evil shelter. And I think that harks back to this beautiful, fun, weird time in the internet when there's kind of like, what is this? And I would love to hear about your early memories of the internet. Like, did you have little Easter eggs that you found as a kid that was inspired by? Or like, what do you look back on fondly in that sort of vein?
Oh, I have a lot of wonderful memories of early internet. And I'm trying to remember. I think there was some like French puzzle websites that had a little bit of that dimension. There was one called Ouverture Facile that really left an impression on me. And there was just a series of puzzles like that had to be solved in very, very creative ways that really made you look like you were like breaking the tools, you know. And so I loved like this kind of breaking the fourth wall experience of puzzle resolution. And so that probably was very inspiring to me. And what else? Yeah, I just loved mystery. I loved any medium as a child that felt like it had a very, very deep lore.
Yeah.
And a very careful one. And that I loved anything where I feel like I could deduce more than the text would give me. Like there was something that I wasn't being told that I could deduce was always something very attractive to me. And so I always think about what is it like to be a Madeon fan, and is it fun, and is it engaging, and is it worth discussing? Is it worth being passionate about? That's my headline for everything. That's what I tell everybody that I meet that works with me on Madeon stuff is that's what we're trying to achieve is making it something worth being passionate about, you know. And so that means making it more thoughtful and more substantial and not cynical. And so I always go back to those like feeling, because I remember what it was like as a child to be a fan of the Beatles or to be a fan of Daft Punk and I saw how rewarding it was. Like the more you scratch the surface, the more you found. You could talk about it forever. You could build a community around it. You could make new work inspired by it. And so that's my aspiration at the end of the day is to encourage like that, you know, in some level.
Yeah, I love that, and thank you for being that kind of artist as well. I as a fan appreciate that greatly, and still think about it. I
don't know that I've achieved it, but that's what we aspire to do anyway.
Well, I think you definitely did with that, because I had a lot of fun just like spending 30 minutes or however long it took me, and I was like, of course I had to do it for work, right? I was like, well, I have to find out what this is so I can blog about it.
And there's a lot more. Like that's the thing, is that I think very few, like the percentage of people that really, really got to the bottom of what there is to find is very, very small.
Yeah.
And so I think it's fun, you know, like I think if you engage with the project, you keep on digging deeper and deeper, there's more and more cool and fun stuff to find. And so that's my hope, is I want it to be fun to become a new fan and then look back and think like, oh, there was this secret, this quest, this thing, this mystery that still hasn't been solved. And so like it's that's the goal. The headline for me is always to try to encourage people to find ways to be creative in their life. And it sounds a bit generic, but I swear it's actionable and I swear it makes a difference. And so whenever I find myself being a little too passive, like maybe I'm just consuming too much stuff on my phone and not creating enough, the solution to making my mood better is always to find more creativity. And often it's music, but not always. And you don't have to be good at things, and you don't have to have aspiration, or you don't have to tie your self-worth through it. But I think engaging with creation in any capacity is gonna benefit your life beyond what you can expect. And it is a treasure. And so if you don't create something, and just start anything, and you know, like see what draws you, and don't put pressure, don't compare yourself or whatever. Just you know, make sure to make room in your life for creativity. And you know, pick up a music production app. I love this app called Auxy, AUXY. I use it a lot. I started the song Dream 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 on it and stuff. Wow. So like I use it. And it's super easy, and anybody can make something cool with it, literally. And then, or, you know, just draw, or just write a poem, or just anything. But like, if you make a little bit of room in your life for creating something, you'll be rewarded immensely. So that's usually my headline.
It's true. And you don't have to know exactly what it is that you're doing to start. Sometimes that stuff figures it out.
Yeah. I mean, I've been bad at music for longer than I've been like feeling good about it. Like, it's just, like that's the thing. Is not letting yourself be too distracted by consideration of comparing yourself or comparing yourself to your idols or your peers. Just make room for the shrine of creativity in your life in some way. Like really do. It's great.